Hello everybody, welcome back to the second edition of Raising Your Vibration after narcissistic abuse. So the last part I talked about cutting off those individuals who are close to the narcissist because it was all part and parcel of the energy that had been built up inside you for a long period of time. So the third one now, what is going to happen is I took very big steps to change my diet, because you see, the diet can also be part of the problem. If you've been in a toxic relationship, you might have realized that actually you might have developed unhealthy feeding habits. So you might have been involved, because like I told you before, the narcissist is feeding you in all kinds of ways. They are either overfeeding you, number one, or they are actually feeding you less. In case that's your mother, and sometimes they are punishing you, and maybe you're that individual who is going days without food. So they have been either overfeeding you or even sometimes feeding you with nothing at all. So you have been growing fat for some reason, or even losing weight for that matter. So now I was starting to pay attention in my own journey. I was starting to pay attention to my feeding habits. So I had to cut out a lot of meat, a lot of fatty foods, meats and all this kind of oily stuff. So I started opting. I thought about going vegan, but it wasn't easy. So what I did, I started indulging in vegetarian dishes. So I cut out most of the meat, because that time I remember I'd gained a lot of weight. So I started to cut out the meats and all these fats and whatever. So I started opting for more vegetables, and I started eating healthy. So in your own way, you might have to use that way, because it's what I used to raise my vibration to some degree. So you might also want to pay attention to the food you're eating, to what you're eating, and to the food you're taking in. It's one of the ways you can do to help you raise the vibration. Another way you can use to raise your vibration is sports activities, because as you know, if you've been dealing with the narcissist, you've been engaged in very, very long cycles of toxicity. You know what I mean? So there have been all those kind of things. The narcissist has engaged you that actually they're not even good for your own health. You know what I mean? So what I did also in that time, I remember, I started engaging myself in sports. So for me it was running, because that's what I wanted to do. I always wanted to have, especially around here in the park, I used to wake up in the morning and do like some nice rounds for myself. I used to go and run. But anybody can have different sports. You may have another sport that you like. You may be a person who likes to go to swim. You may be a person who likes to go do yoga. You may be a person who likes to go do some kind of gym or whatever, or fitness or Zumba class. Everybody has got a different sport they like. But sporting activities, when you engage, especially after abuse, when you engage in sporting activities, you're going to realize that actually one way or the other, you're starting to feel good about yourself. And by doing that, actually, you're raising your vibration. What else can I talk about raising your vibration? Personally, it was up to my power. It was up to me to understand that I had to forgive. Now, this is going to be very difficult, because I know, and you don't have to be the messenger, but I'm sharing the journey. I'm sharing the journey that has helped me. I'm sharing what has helped me along my journey. The case may be different for each and everybody, but in my own journey and my own experience, I will assure you that the very first, also one of the number one secrets you can use to raise your vibration is, first of all, to learn how to forgive. Now, let me tell you, people, the narcissist has really abused. The narcissists, they are really abusive, and they are really toxic and abusive. So it has reached that point whereby you feel that even if you want to meet them, you want to do some, you want to hurt them in every way. They have destroyed you to that extent whereby you feel at the next sight of these individuals, you want to hurt them. But let me tell you the secret. Every time when you think about hurting somebody, believe me or not, you are building up negative energy within you. And it is until you let that energy leave your body that you're going to start to raise your vibration and feel good about yourself. So the secret I learned also was to learn how to forgive. Not because I was stupid. It's not because I was some kind of dumbass, you know what I mean? Anybody can just walk all over you and leave. No, it wasn't like that. It was just because I was trying to find my own personal freedom and space, and to accept myself the way I was, to accept myself that yes, I could have been naive in the first place to get involved with these individuals, maybe because I was naive or I didn't even know what was going on. So I accepted myself for being a part of this as well. You know what I mean? Because somewhere you're going to realize that forgiving is like forgiving releases your soul. It's like releases those intensive feelings you have within you, building within you about those individuals. So when you learn how to forgive them, not because you're not forgiving them because you're stupid, you're just forgiving them because you're finding peace in yourself. You're trying to find peace and harmony within you first of all, because your healing is the most important thing. The narcissists, they are not worried about healing. Don't worry about the narcissists. They are not worried about healing. The narcissists don't know how to heal, and that's why you see them jumping from one person to another, because they do not know even how does a person heal. How are you able to go out there and heal yourself? They don't know how to do that. So it is now you and yourself who is supposed to take the proper steps. And I'm talking about forgiveness, because forgiveness, when you learn how to forgive somebody, it is going to calm your soul and calm your mind as well. And by doing that, you are sending off that negative energy to wherever it belongs, and allowing positive energy to take control of you. You are sending off bad vibes and negative vibes by forgiving somebody and allowing. And by doing that, you are allowing positive energy and vibes into your life. So another way, what I used to raise my vibration was meditation. Because in that time I remember I didn't know much about meditation, but when I went into this the spiritual side of the narcissist, I came face to face to the fact that I'd always been dealing with the demon. So I found it very, very important for myself as well to learn how to meditate. So I used to engage myself in I used to learn. Of course, I did some research. I went online and started learning and, practicing how to meditate, because I realized that actually, anytime I went into meditation, every time I put myself into meditation mode, I was always aligning myself in that present moment. And somehow I was able to get rid of the anxiety, because remember, when you've been discarded, especially after the discard, if you're starting to heal, you've been discarded and you're fighting and struggling to heal, all you want to do is try to forget the past. Because why? The past is like bringing you a lot of depression, number one, because you're thinking about the things you might have done, what you might have done better. But at the same time, you're worried about the future, so it's causing some kind of anxiety. You know what I mean? So what you're forgetting in that process is staying in the present moment. So I had to find a way how to stay in the present moment, how to align myself in the present moment. So I had to cut off the past, to stop thinking about the past, what had happened before, but also I tried very hard not to worry about the future, because I had put the future in God's hands and I was allowing God to take control. So I had to find a way how to escape, first of all, worrying about the past and also obsessing about the future, because the past will always bring you depression, and then at the same time, the future will bring you anxiety, because you're worried about the things that you don't even know. So I had to learn how to meditate, and through meditation, it always brought me and aligned me with the present moment. And somehow I realized that every time I finish meditation, I used to do meditation sessions for like 10 minutes at least in the beginning. I did 5 minutes in the beginning, then it went to 10 minutes. But now it has gotten better, and I can go as long as 20 minutes or even 30 minutes sometimes. So I learned how to meditate, because anytime I meditated, I was giving my brain peace. It's like you're massaging your brain. When you go into meditation mode or meditation state, it allows you to, it's like you're massaging your brain. It's like you're allowing your brain to focus on that exact present moment, because it is the present that you need. It is the now moment that you need. What is now is what you need. You don't need what was yesterday, and you also don't need what is going to happen tomorrow. You don't need to focus on the yesterday, what might have happened, and also tomorrow, what is going to happen. So all you need is now, the now moment. So meditation was a very big part of it. I made sure that I learned how to meditate, and by meditating, I realized that every time I meditated, after the meditation, it was making me feel a certain way. So I was always feeling good about myself. So it was a way that I actually used also to raise my vibration. Another way you can learn how to raise your vibration is that remember that when you're with a narcissist, you've got to allow yourself to come face to face with all dangerous toxic habits that you've actually learned when you're with the narcissist. This might have been excessive smoking. This might have been drugs. This might have been using abusive language. You know what I mean? Because the narcissists are full of toxicity. So toxicity within the narcissist manifests in so many different ways. So you might have engaged, for example, in excessive smoking. For example, you might have engaged in excessive drugs. You might have engaged in using even hard drugs some of the time. You might have started engaging yourself in alcoholism. You might have started engaging yourself in all sorts of toxic, evil behavior. Now, when you leave the narcissist, number one, like I've said, if you are now trying to raise the vibration. So what you're doing now is you're trying to get rid of each and everything that was not you. Each and every behavior that the narcissist has engaged you, that you know for a core fact that wasn't you, it was something you learned from the narcissist. That is the secret. That is the thing now you're supposed to start trying to get rid of, because now it was not you. You're supposed to remember, actually even in this case, you're supposed to start remember. Who were you before you met the narcissist? Were you a very big smoker? Were you a very big drinker? Were you an abusive person? Were you the kind of person who used to go around insulting and abusing people? Were you that person who used to hate people for no good reason? You are now going to start to identify all those habits and behaviors that you have picked up from the narcissist and actually believe to be your own. You are now going to start dropping all those kind of behaviors. Because why? Like I've said, everything is energy. And all those behaviors and things that you've been indulging yourself with when you're with the narcissist, they were never part of your identity. And it's for you accepting and allowing yourself to let them go. Of course, if you have developed some sort of addiction with somebody, alcoholism or these kind of things, if you've been with a narcissist, it is now the time, because you've left them and you're now trying to raise a vibration. It is time to let them go. You might have been a person who wasn't using alcohol before you met the narcissist, but for some reason, at some point, excuse me, you've started indulging in all sorts of alcohol. Sometimes even hard drugs. Sometimes even the language you use, the way you speak with people, the hate. Because the narcissist has taught you, has done a very good job to teach you how to hate people for no apparent reason. Many people have left narcissists. The first thing they have always done, they have always learned from them, is how to hate. They have learned how to hate anybody for no good reason. So anything you know that you've picked up, it can be a habit, it can be an activity that you know is not healthy, and you've learned from the narcissist, it is also one of the things you're going to let go. By doing that, you're allowing yourself now to engage in all those activities that used to matter to you, the activities and things that you used to know that were very good for your vibration. You're now starting to reintroduce those things into your life, and by doing that, you're raising your vibration. Finally, lastly, I'm going to talk about decluttering. So what is decluttering? Decluttering is getting rid, first of all, becoming aware of any energies that are not of your highest good. These can be energies, things that you use on a daily basis. This can be things you keep in your house. This can be things, even things you wear, even anything you know that is not of your highest good. is allowing yourself to let it go. In my own case, you're going to go back and watch my videos. I did a video about decluttering. So decluttering is that case whereby you start to be aware of all the energies around you. So what are you doing by that is that you're becoming aware of things. That's why in some of my videos I've talked about things whereby you need to get rid of all those things that the narcissist has given you, those small presents, because all those things they have bought for you and given you as presents, as whatever. It can be a surprise birthday gift or whatever, a wedding gift or whatever. All those things are energies. And I've made it a point in my videos to make it clear to you that, or known to you, that anything that comes from the narcissist, it holds a very negative vibrational energy. So by decluttering, what are you doing? You're becoming aware of all the things around you, and you're getting rid of all those things that you believe they are from the narcissist. It can be things that are from the narcissist. They may have given you as presents. You're becoming aware of those things, that all those are energies and they hold energies. But we all know that anything from the narcissist, because the narcissists, they are very low vibrational people. Anything that they give you, a gift or a present or whatever, it is holding a very low vibration. So when you're becoming aware of the energies around you, whereby maybe it can be your bed space, it can be things you're wearing on your body, it can be the clothes they bought for you, it can be anything you know is an energy, and you know it is not of your highest good. You are becoming aware. In myself, I started to look around my belongings. Look in the suitcases. There may be things that I identify with the narcissist. Look in the shelves, look in the cupboards, look in your pockets, look around your bed, look around, even under your bed, look around your own personal space, because you're trying to raise the vibration. And what you're doing now is getting rid of all the energies, the negative energies that are not of the highest good and do not work for you in any way. And you're getting rid of those energies. So you're decluttering. That's what they call decluttering. You're removing everything that doesn't belong to you and is not of your highest good. Anything you know that is connected, where one way or the other connected to the narcissist. Because anytime when you think about these things they have bought for you, you're looking at them every day, you're not with the individuals that have discarded you for some reason. But each and every single day you're looking at these things and they're reminding you of these people. But now you're trying to raise the vibration. There's no way you're going to raise the vibration when you're still connected with the energy that belong to the people you've been dating, and people who have actually made it a point to lower your vibration to their level. So you're going to declutter. People, the video cannot get any longer than this. I've talked about many ways that you can do to raise the vibration, because it is one of the things you're going to do if you're looking for a successful and healing, if you're on the successful healing journey, and if you want to recover from narcissistic abuse. It's very important to raise the vibration. And in this video, which I've broken into two parts, I've mentioned a lot of things you can do to try to raise the vibration. There can be other ways as well that you can use to raise the vibration. Some other people talk about having a salt bath. You know, you can have a salt bath. Some people talk about. So there are many ways people use to raise the vibration. But in my own way, these are the things I did to raise my vibration and to become the person I am today. If it makes sense, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if it resonates, and if it does, please take a moment, like, share, and subscribe. I like all my new subscribers, and I love and like all my new subscribers, and I also love the people who have always been with me, and who have always stood with me from the beginning of time. I love you all, guys, and I see you in my next video. Take care, and bye now. There's more signing out.